The principal was publicly pilloried based on the fictitious claim that he had obstructed a police investigation into the rape of a child.
AfriForum targets the politicians who accused a principal of a horrific crime. The Rand is an early victim of a man-made calamity. US tariffs kick in today. Collapse of a nightclub rooftop claims the lives of nearly 100 people in the Dominican Republic. And stop, you don't have to pay your traffic fines when you get pulled over. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.
AfriForum says it is pursuing defamation charges against politicians who labelled the principal of an Eastern Cape school a suspect or a rapist. The lobby group accuses them of seeking political gain at the headmaster's expense. Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, EFF leader Julius Malema, and ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula are amongst those who could face prosecution. Police have now clarified that the head of the school is not a suspect in the investigations of the rape of a 7-year-old girl allegedly on the premises of the school. Law enforcement has also confirmed that he was not at the school where the ordeal allegedly happened.
The principal was publicly pilloried based on the fictitious claim that he had obstructed a police investigation into the rape of a child who attended the school. If the National Prosecuting Authority declines to prosecute these cases, the unit will proceed with private prosecutions.
Despite this horrific case and the news that 2 other children, aged between 6 and 7, were also raped in that area, children have returned to school amidst growing concerns about their safety. Another child has fallen ill after eating snacks bought from a local shop in Soweto. The 8-year-old was hospitalized after eating snacks bought from a tuck shop in Mapetla over the weekend. In 2024, at least 23 people, primarily children, died as a result of eating food bought from tuck shops. Some were confirmed to have died of poisoning linked to the agricultural pesticide Turbofos.
I don't know, but what I know is I want my child back. That's what I want. Snacks that the children ate on Friday, but didn't eat them. The police took them by Arizona police station, and then police station for testing to see what is what. So we are going to wait now. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep praying on Wanaka and recover, because the most important person right now, Ole, who's fighting for his life.
The man arrested in connection with the Zanzu nightclub assault case in Pretoria has been granted 10,000 Rand bail. He was arrested following the circulation of videos showing young men being sexually violated by bouncers at the Pretoria club.
The 41-year-old Congolese national applied for bail in the Pretoria Magistrates Court, citing the fact that he has to take care of his family, a wife and 3 children, and he cannot do so while he's behind bars. He told the court that he's not a flight risk, as he has an asylum seeker's temporary permit and is awaiting a final permit, which should be issued in July. The state argued that the man is a flight risk, as he was able to enter the country without valid travel documents. However, Magistrate Ernest Mbembele was not convinced. During the bail application, the state told the court that the accused had confided in the investigating officer, saying he feared for his life if he was to be released on bail. However, Magistrate Mbembele said if that was the case, the accused would not be bringing a bail application before the court. Bail has been set at 10,000 Rand, and the matter will resume in the Pretoria Magistrates Court in May. Eyewitness News in Pretoria.
The escalating fallout of the US sparked trade wars. China has slapped an 84% levy on US goods. That's after the Trump administration's tariffs of 104% on Beijing. The Rand also continues to be a casualty of this war, made worse by the instability in the government of national unity. The Rand is currently trading 7% weaker than a week ago, when US President Donald Trump sent global markets into freefall with an announcement on universal tariffs on all imports. Why did the 5-story development in George, known as 75 Victoria, still under construction, collapse in May last year, killing 34 people? Today, we found out.
In summary, the investigation concluded that the collapse of a building was as a result of systemic failures across multiple levels of oversight. Non-compliance with the regulatory standards, mismanagement by both NHBRC and the project personnel, and these failures included irregular status upliftment, late enrollment, inspection lapses, material quality issues, and safety violations. The report points largely on the failures of the inspectors and internal control in as far as NHBRC is concerned.
Parliament's Police Portfolio Committee says the killing of a presidential bodyguard in KwaZulu-Natal points to an onslaught on officers. Last night, the sergeant attached to the VIP protection unit was shot during a suspected robbery in Inanda. The criminals attacked him outside a shop and stole his work firearm.
Whether private security or police, there certainly is an onslaught on lawfully armed persons, especially those in official capacity, to very often disarm, even kill them in order to get hold of their official firearms, and in this specific case, state firearm.
Lawyers for Pastor Bishop Stephen Zondo have argued that Judge Papi Mosopa is automatically disqualified from presiding over his matter because he already believes the pastor is guilty of rape. The leader of the Rivers of Living Water Church faces several counts of rape and sexual assault of his congregants and staff. One of the victims was just 7 at the time of the alleged rape. Zondo is applying for Judge Mosopa's recusal after he dismissed his application for a discharge.
Nowhere in this judgment did my Lord make a finding that the accused was guilty in the eyes of my Lord, of the court, of raping the complainants. I respectfully submit that the defence cannot, anywhere in this judgment, say that this court made such a finding.
In the Caribbean, officials say the roof collapse at a nightclub in the Dominican Republic's capital, Santo Domingo, has killed at least 98 people and injured more than 150 others. The incident happened in the early hours of yesterday morning at a concert by popular meringue singer Ruby Perez at the Jet Set nightclub. A provincial governor and former Major League Baseball pitcher, Octavio Dotel, are among the victims, including Perez, who was killed in the incident. Some 400 rescuers are still searching for survivors, and there are fears the death toll will rise further. Back home, if only I'd known this, is I get pulled over every time. You do not have to pay your traffic fines at a roadblock.
We are using the ARTO system, and with the ARTO system, then you're not forced to pay the traffic fine immediately at the roadblock, and you won't be arrested for any outstanding traffic fines.
Wayne Duvenage, CEO of ARTO, recommends motorists regularly check their fines and the dates that they've been issued.
You have to be notified of a fine within 30 days, and if that's not the case, you don't have to pay those fines. But if it's not your car, and if you were not there, and that's not your car in the photograph, then you must object to that.
Hope that helps. We'll see you for more again tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.